Q&A Friday. My name is Jayme and I'm wearing the hat. So on Fridays, this is the day where I ask you questions and you ask me questions and we talk about things and we wear hats and we ask questions and we answer questions and we do these kind of things. So any question you have, put in the comments below. Add any question, we'll talk about it in the show. What do you think about supplementing a largely vegan diet with oily fish roughly 2 to 3 times a week to maintain optimal omega-3 6 ratios and to keep your chronic inflammation down? It's such a myth, and everyone believes this, that you need to eat fish for omega-3 fatty acids and to keep the ratio good and inflammation. And because I used to believe this too. It's the same thing with, oh yeah, milk builds strong bones. It literally does the opposite because it leaches, it leads to osteoporosis, which is a weakening of the bones. So fish actually inflames the muscles and causes inflammation. And there's a much healthier way to get omega-3s and 6s, or to have that balanced ratio, than to eat fish. Because we know fish is bad for our health, cholesterol-wise and fat-wise and animal protein-wise, literally toxic to our health, and it's taxing on the kidneys and the liver. And secondly, it's unsustainable in terms of environmental. That's also incredibly toxic in the terms of mercury and other heavy metals that are now in the oceans. So, in terms of bioaccumulation, which is the accumulation of toxins in biomass, so once it goes up the food chain, once it gets to that tertiary consumer on the food chain or the food web, bioaccumulation is really rampant. Bad word for it, but so once it gets to that tertiary consumer, the bioaccumulation of the mercury, of the other heavy metals, of the other toxins is incredibly high, higher than it would be in just the algae or the plankton. So to answer your question, I would say definitely not supplement with fish. You don't need to. If you're worried about omega-3s and 6s, which you don't need to be if you're getting enough calories from your favorite carbohydrate sources, because most carbohydrate-rich fruits and vegetables have omega-3s and 6s, so you don't need to worry. But there's also flax seeds and hemp seeds, and if you want to go really crazy, hemp oil and this and that. All these things have your omega-3s and 6s, and you're going to be in that perfect ratio. So you don't need the fish. You don't need to have this oily, fatty, cruelty-rich food in your system. So check it out. Check out nutritionfacts.org. That's a good website if you want to know more about this kind of thing. Just search whatever you're looking for. Type in like omega-3s, and you can probably see what I'm talking about. So I hope that answers your question. Let's move on. Do you meditate? What do you believe of the annual? I don't know what annual is. Yeah, I meditate. It's only something I've started recently. I've experienced with, or I've experimented with active meditation, what's called active meditation. So you're walking, or you're cycling, or you're running, or you're rock climbing, and you're actively 100% in the moment and focusing on your breathing, or focusing literally 100% on what you're doing. So I've done that for a while, but only recently I've kind of delved into sitting meditation, or what Zen Buddhists call it Zazen meditation. I took a Zen Buddhism class, my final semester in university, and it was really interesting. So I've been reading more books on it and this and that, and just experimenting with it. Went to a Buddhist temple for the first time, which was interesting. It was like a 2-hour meditation. So yeah, meditation, I think, and I've also been practicing yoga recently as well. So since doing that, I'm 100% on board with that. Meditation and yoga are literally essential for optimum human health. So I gotta fix the 3 pillars of health now, because if you don't go within, you go without. And what does that mean? If you don't go within yourself, you're not going to be able to serve other people. You're not going to be able to give you 100%, if that makes any sense. I'll do another video on this, but meditation is definitely essential if you want a clear mind, if you want to have your best ideas come out. Because if you're thinking all the time, the only thing you are thinking about are your old thoughts. Nothing new can come in. So something that Einstein used to do, I think one of his quotes is, no great problem was ever solved on the level of rational thinking. Something like that, paraphrased, but something like that. So rational thinking means, okay, my thoughts and just, thinking it over and over and over. Most things, first of all right. Also, Einstein came up with the theory of relativity not while he was thinking about it, it's while he was walking or while he was playing violin, which he did often to kind of reset his mind. And a lot of times when we're not thinking of someone's name or we're not thinking of this math problem that we're trying to solve, it comes to us. It just literally comes to us. And we're like, oh, wow, that's what it was. Okay, cool. So your intuition kicks in. So with meditation, you're able to tap into your innate wisdom, what's called your intuition, a lot easier. So that's why meditation is so important, because you know. Instead of you think you know. If that makes any sense. Again, I'll do another video, but I hope that kind of answers your question. I think it does.